Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. I'm here with Rob.
Hello.
And we've just played Borderlands 3.
We have. You've been very excited about this.
I couldn't wait, because I do love Borderlands. Plus, I just had to play it again to make you guys that story of Borderlands so far. So I'm kind of in a really Borderlands-y headspace. So yeah, I have to say I'm really, really excited about this one, particularly because I played as Amara, who's the big new brawler.
I do remember you getting very excited in the presentation.
And she's a siren, and she can throw her arms at people. I'm pretty excited. But yeah, so I decided to make a list of, because it's Borderlands,
yes,
the 5 things that are just crazy badass in this game.
I mean, you have to use the word badass. It's literally the rule if you're talking about Borderlands, isn't it? Does the word good even exist in the universe of Borderlands?
I think they outlawed it. So yeah, I'm going to kick things off with something that doesn't sound crazy badass, but really is.
Right.
And it's that you can sell weapons to your friends.
Oh, this was cool.
Yeah.
I remember this got a huge cheer.
Yeah.
So this is like a... Oh, you explain it.
Excuse you. So yeah, this I really love, because the thing about Borderlands is that obviously you have these weapons that are kind of generated by the game. And so, sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, depending on your playstyle. So sometimes you keep picking up awesome sniper rifles when you're someone like me who wants a massive shotgun.
Yes.
And so you have you can get a really great weapon, but it's not exactly how you play or how you want to play through. And so the fact that you can sell them to your friends, I think is my favorite thing. Yeah.
That is really cool. So if I'm playing and I pick up a massive shotgun,
yes,
and I'm I like being a sniper, but Elle would like this gun, and I can just send it over to you.
And what I like is that you don't just send it over, though, you sell it. I think that's what I like. Is that instead of being nice to my friends and being
you do it the badass way.
Yeah, exactly. And I become a weapons manufacturer and seller, the other big ones that we've seen on the planet. So for me, I thought that was just a really cool thing, that you're going to be able to sell on your secondhand weapons. It makes me feel like I'm going to be wearing a trench coat with weapons inside. Just do you know any
Got
of
a
this?
lot of good things on sale.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, that's my first thing. My second thing is action skills are different this year, and you're going to be able to augment them.
Right.
So this is really interesting. So action skills in Borderlands are your one big cool thing that you can do. So for example, when I played as Krieg, his one is that he goes on an axe rampage. You can see why I picked him. And so this time you're going to be able to, and they're normally pretty straightforward. That's the thing that you do. That's what your character does is when you get to a certain point, you can unlock that and then you can use that. And this time you're going to be able to use a skill tree to customize those a little bit more. So there's lots of different action skills, and you can pick one that fits your play style, and then you can augment it and choose little customizations to it that are going to make this feel like a character specially built for you,
right? Which
I think is perfect, because in Borderlands you do have a lot of Vault Hunters to choose from, but they're very defined classes, and so it seems like this time they're really being do you know what, let's start you off in a play, so I'll always pick the brawler, someone else might always pick the stealth character, but it's letting you customize it so you can play through as you want, which I think is important, because it's so combat heavy that you really want to feel comfortable when you're shooting people's faces off.
Exactly.
So my next thing is that your base is a spaceship. So this is really exciting. We've never had that before.
Okay.
So we've always been in this kind of solar system, but actually we're always pretty much, apart from one time where we got shot in a cannon, we're always just stuck in one place.
One place, isn't it? Pandora, right?
Yeah. So this time we're on Sanctuary 3, which is obviously a nod to the Flying City. And so we've actually got a spaceship, and we're going to be able to move between kind of Pandora, between Promethea, and actually visit all these different planets, which I just think is so awesome, because that's one of the things I've always loved about Borderlands is its setting. We have those great narrated stories at the beginning that I know you guys love as well, where they tell the story and they're oh, this is what happened on this planet, and this great story, and then you don't get to go, you don't get to explore.
Let me see it.
Yeah. So I love the idea that I've got a spaceship and I can fly around. That's something I've always wanted from Borderlands.
It does think that's a massive, just they've blown the world wide open.
Yes.
The universe, the galaxy, whatever you want to call it, and. Yeah, for me, I don't know anywhere near as much about Borderlands as you do, but the fact that it's not just this deserty planet of Pandora that we're going to be shooting on. There's we saw a lush tropical jungly one.
I'm going to get to that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, am I stepping on your toes here?
It's coming up, don't you worry.
Okay.
So my kind of next point is back to guns. I can never be too far away from guns. It's that you get to customize your guns.
Yeah.
So as I was saying before, because of the way guns get generated, when you get a really good one, it's like your baby. You know, when I get a gun and I check those stats out and I'm like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Like crazy high damage, like really good accuracy, massive magazine. That's what I want. Like, you know, then I love that gun. But one of the difficult things not difficult, but in Borderlands, because it's really quick combat and because you need to loot your ammo, sometimes you run out of ammo and you've got to switch between guns and you get a bit confused about like which gun is which, and you know you can just, particularly because sometimes they look a bit alike and you don't remember which one is you need for a specific scenario. So this time we're going to have weapon skins, which we haven't had before. And I'm a sucker for a weapon skin. I really like to customize my guns.
When they look I like it when they're like pre-made weapon skins and you don't have to design it yourself.
Yes.
And you've unlocked this amazingly cool skin, and all of a sudden your gun looks incredible.
So they also said that you're going to be able to pick those up as well. So that's something that everyone will be able to access. So for me, that's really helpful. Plus, you get these cute little key rings that you can hang from your guns specifically to remind you.
They
which
reminded
one's
me
which.
of like the keychains from Kingdom Hearts on the different keyblades. Obviously, way more badass than that, apparently.
Yeah, way more badass than a big key.
Shut up, Elle. Keyblades are cool too.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure they are. Anyway, but yeah, so that's something that for me, I was like, that's really going to help me in like a fast-paced combat thing, or where like quite often you have. Borderlands is really good at combat where, you know, you're fighting enemies on the ground. They're often respawning, but the boss is over there and you're trying to get like shots in at him. And so you're trying to switch between guns really fast, and then suddenly you've pulled a sniper out and there's someone right in front of you and you're like, So like,
I mean, it does feel like a lot of the improvements they've done are all geared towards, like, they haven't changed the core fun of it.
Yes.
Still, I mean, I just ran around just shooting stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was doing. Just shotgunning everything. But they've made a load of changes that make the fun easier to have.
Yes, yeah, well, exactly that. Because before, like, not knowing exactly what your gun is or that kind of thing, it slows it down. And Borderlands is just designed to be like a fast-paced rampage where you're just having a brilliant time. And so these are all little tweaks they've made that just mean I get to shoot more people and a lot faster. That's all I want from Borderlands. So my final point is Eden 6, the planet you were talking about.
Yes, I started talking about
that
Eden
you ruined,
6.
but it's fine, don't worry about it. No. So this looked awesome.
I'm
so excited to get a new planet. You know, for a lot of the games we've seen, you know, we've gone to like moons that we know and that kind of thing. But this is like a whole new world. So they said it's based on Louisiana, which is like really specific.
Louisiana, but an entire planet of it.
Yes, yeah. And so it kind of looked like Ewok World to me, is what I was thinking.
Did a bit,
like, it was that kind of like rope bridges and tree houses and like lots of lush, swampy like environments. And so it's something like really different to what we've seen, because obviously we've seen really desolate planets, like a moon cracked in half or like a desert planet, you know. And so this idea that there's going to be this, you know, I mean, one of the things they said, they were like, Borderlands finally has trees. And so you can tell it's like this completely different environment, which is obviously going to affect like gunplay and how you move and hide and that kind of stuff. So it's kind of very, very exciting, because it's Borderlands in a whole new world, a whole new setting that we haven't seen before.
A planet full of life to which you can bring lots of death.
Exactly. And that's my plan. So, and also on that planet there's going to be the Jacobs family manor, and the Jacobs family, they're one of the big weapons, one of the big arms dealers, manufacturers. So I'm kind of very intrigued to see what their family's like and their family home, because I imagine it's massive and that they're awful people. So I imagine we get to have some fun with them. So it just seems like a cool setting, and one designed for you to have lots of fun in it, and it to be like fun running up and down trees and tree houses and stuff like that.
And I did have an absolute load of fun playing it, even though I've not played much of the other Borderlands games, but it was instantly easy for me to just have a great time. And the guns, they just feel really, really good.
They feel
great.
Yeah. They're absolutely brilliant. I have to say, I this is one of my most anticipated games, and the bit that I've played totally lived up to it. So I'm just waiting for more badass things to find out about. But so that was our badass list from Borderlands. Cannot wait for it. If you like this video, make sure to like it, and of course don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with everything in the world of PlayStation.
For the players.